Welcome, friends. I'm so glad you could join us today. We're going to get started with a song. Ready?
Woke up this morning feeling kinda blue, a little sad, but I know just what to do. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh. I have learned that I can go to Jesus. He lifts me up whenever I need it. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh. When I'm worried, when I'm feeling down, that's when God comes through, turns it all around. Yeah, He gives me joy. Every situation keeps my spirits high, no matter what I'm facing. Oh, 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 oh. I'm feeling better. God made all the difference. He's always here to listen. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh. He is my source, the one who gives me life. He is my God and He's good all the time. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh. When I'm worried, when I'm feeling down, that's when God comes through, turns it all around. Yeah, He gives me joy. Every situation keeps my spirits high, no matter what I'm facing. Oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, When I'm worried, when I'm feeling down, that's when God comes through and turns it all around. Yeah, He gives me joy in every situation, keeps my spirits high, no matter what I'm facing.
God helps us be brave. That's our Bible point. And every time you hear someone say that today, you're going to say this: we're brave. God helps us in all kinds of situations. Sometimes things happen unexpected, out of the blue, but God never leaves us. He always is with us. God helps us be brave. We're brave. Our Bible buddy is Rocket, a flying squirrel. I have another question for you. Do you think that flying squirrels are most active in the early morning or at night? Let's watch the video to find out.
Hey there, friends. It's me, Rocket, the flying squirrel. How are you today? I'm feeling pretty spunky myself. In fact, I'm so happy, I'm just about glowing. Okay, maybe not, but stick with me here. I've got a big surprise to share with you. It's something not very many people know about. Even I was surprised. Prepare to be amazed. Here it is. Do-do-do-do. Most flying squirrels like me glow bright pink. Yes, you heard that right. Amazingly, if you shine an ultraviolet light in the forest at night, you might just see a bunch of pink little fur balls flying around from tree to tree. And one might be me. Imagine that. Pink flying squirrels. Now that's unexpected. So not only are we totally cute, we're also as pink as bubblegum. Surprise! There aren't many other furry creatures on Earth that glow like we do. We have a special, surprising gift straight from God. I can tell you might be wondering why God made us glow. That's a good question. Even some super smart people who study us aren't totally sure why our fur glows pink. But guess what? God definitely knows why He made flying squirrels this way. Just like God knows exactly why He made you in a surprisingly amazing way too. Scientists think our glow might help us in a few different ways, like avoiding animals that might want to eat us for a snack. Yikes! Or sending messages to other squirrels, or seeing better on snowy nights. People don't really know for sure, but I know God does. It's no surprise to him. You'll find more surprises in the Bible, like the unexpected way God helped his people, the Israelites. Rahab was a Canaanite woman who decided to help instead of hurt God's people. What a surprise! Rahab bravely helped Israelite spies by hiding them on her roof. Thankfully, the spies didn't glow like I do, so nobody spotted them. Rahab was risking everything for people who wanted to take over Jericho, her home. But she'd heard about God and how he had taken care of his people before. She wanted to be on their side, and God didn't let her down. In the Bible book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9, it says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." I know, it can be easy to get discouraged sometimes, to think you'll never get through something tough, especially when God doesn't do what you think he'll do when you think he'll do it. Sometimes you might wonder why things happen or why things don't happen. But God is still at work. He just sometimes works in ways you don't expect. You can still be brave and put your trust in him. Even in dark times, God is with you. Look for the light of his love to shine. No matter what's happening around you, remember, God helps us be brave. Well, I gotta get glowing. I'll see you later, friends.
Wow, they're most active at night. Who would have thought? Our Bible verse comes from Joshua 1:9, and it says this, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." We can remember that and help us to be brave. God's word helps us stay strong and teaches us that God is always with us. Let's sing about that right now.
In my wrestling, in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. I won't fear what tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and see. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, my lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore.
Hello everyone, welcome to another lesson. This is Teacher Lisa and
Caitlin.
we're here to give another story. So today's story is about how God helps us be brave. We're brave. And so today our story comes from the Bible, and we're going to learn about a woman named Rahab who had to be very brave, and she helped God's people, the Israelites. So Caitlin, do you have a time when you were brave? You think of it?
When I saw a new teacher.
Yes, meeting someone new, like going to school, like to a new class. You have to be very brave because you're meeting new people, you're in a new environment. So when we're scared, God helps us be brave. We're brave. So God knows there are times we feel afraid, and that's one reason He always sticks with us. So let's clasp our hands together and say, "Thanks, God."
Thanks, God.
Very good. So our Bible story really starts with a man named Joshua, and he was the leader of God's people. God wanted His people to take over a place called Jericho. Can you say that? Jericho. And so, but there were already people living there, so that's kind of a problem, right? So, and the people who lived in Jericho, they didn't like God's people. So Joshua sent 2 spies to check in on Jericho. So spies are people who sneak around to gather information, right? So why don't you pretend to be sneaky? Why don't you sneak around the chair real quick? Everyone at home, you can pretend to sneak around. Pretend you're a spy. And then, all right, good job. Come back down. So Caitlin, can you tell me about a time you explored a new place?
A new classroom.
New classroom, right. So, Joshua's spies set out on their spy mission. Whew. All right, spy mission is exhausting. All right. So, and let's pretend, look in front of you, there's Jericho, right? You got there. All right. So once they were in Jericho, the spies met a woman named Rahab, and she lived there, and she knew the men were spies. Maybe they weren't very good spies. All right. So just talking to them could get her in trouble. That was scary. Dun, dun, dun. Have you ever gotten in trouble for talking? Yeah?
Talking back.
Yeah, what happened?
Just talk back.
That's right. It's how we talk, right? So what should Rahab do? Let's pretend we're thinking. So the king of Jericho knew spies were in town. That's not good. He even knows. And he was looking for them. And the king sent his soldiers to talk to Rahab. And they wanted to know where the spies were. Want to know where they are. So let's all pretend to be soldiers and stamp our feet while we're looking very stern. We're soldiers. Very good. All right, so here's what the Bible tells us that Rahab did. This comes from Joshua chapter 2, verses 4 through 6. But the woman had taken the 2 men and hidden them. She said, "Yes, the men came to me, but I did not know where they came from. At dusk, when it was time to close the city gate, they left. I don't know which way they went. Go after them quickly. You may catch up with them." But she had taken them up to the roof and hidden them under stalks of flax she had laid out on the roof. All right, so you can see our Bible story here. So here's Rahab talking to the soldiers, and look who's hiding under the wheat there is the spies. So she helped distract them. All right, so God helps us be brave. We're brave. The spies had to hide and wait until the soldiers were gone. So let's pretend to be quiet. Okay. All right, let's read what happened next. And this comes from verse 7. So the men set out in pursuit of the spies on the roof that led to the fords of the Jordan. And as soon as the pursuers had gone out, the gate was shut. All right, soldiers are gone. And when it was safe, Rahab went to talk to the spies. Rahab told the spies about her fears. She had heard about their powerful God who had helped them come to Jericho safely. and she wanted God to help her too. So she asked a brave question. So her question was, when we heard of it, our hearts melted in fear and everyone's courage failed because of you. For the Lord your God is God in heaven and above and on the earth below. Now then, please swear to me by the Lord that you will show kindness to my family because I have shown kindness to you. Give me a sure sign that you will spare the lives of my father and mother, my brother and sisters, and all who belong to them, and that you will save us from death. So Rahab knew that God would help his people, not the king of Jericho. And she wanted the one true God to help her too. Because God helps us be brave. We're brave. So Rahab asked the spies to promise to help her family when they came back. And the spies promised. So let's hold our hands over our hearts and one head up like we're making a promise. All right. Then Rahab helped the spies escape. All right. So Rahab found a red rope for them to use to climb out her window. Pretend this is your red rope. All right. So let's use our pretend red rope to get back. They had to climb down. So Rahab had bravely helped the spies. All right. We can wave them up and down to celebrate. Yay. So when have you helped someone? Yes, that's right. So Rahab left the red rope hanging from her window so God's people could find her again and keep her family safe when they came back. And guess what? They kept their promise. They kept Rahab and her family safe when God's people came to Jericho. Rahab knew God would help his people even though she may have been scared, and she made a brave choice by hiding the spies and asking for their help. When we feel scared, we can trust God because God helps us be brave. We're brave. All right, everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back. God shows us the right thing to do, even when it feels scary or risky. He gives us strength and courage, just like he helped Rahab bravely make an unexpected choice. God helps us be brave. We're brave. And here's something else unexpected that also shows us God's plan is at work. Rahab lived during the time of the Old Testament and the Bible, long before Jesus lived on earth. But her name comes up again during the time Jesus was alive. You can find the reference in the New Testament in Matthew 1:5. Most Bible scholars believe that it was the same Rahab who helped God's people become part of King David's family that eventually led to Jesus. Rahab was part of God's amazing plan to rescue the world from sin through Jesus. Now that's amazing. We'll see you next week.